Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. Got a boxing update from last night's mega fight. Connor McGregor versus Floyd Money Mayweather at the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas, and it was actually more entertaining than I thought it was gonna be. So I'm just gonna give you guys my recap, my thoughts, and for 50-0. So here we go. I'm strapped in. So first off, I want to say McGregor did better than I thought he was gonna do. He did entertain me with some of the stuff he was doing, but he did do better than I thought he would do. I felt in the early rounds, like the first 2 or 3 rounds, that that McGregor was the aggressor and winning the rounds easily. Floyd was not letting his hands go at all. Mayweather was just in not the shell, but he was just like with that kind of defense that Cotto does, where he was just coming forward and doing this, but not letting his hands go. And so McGregor was getting off combinations, and he was using the uppercut pretty well early, and he also was using his jab because he had the length, and he was okay. Then he started doing some funny stuff with it. He was literally the whole fight hammer fisting Mayweather in the back of the head. I just don't understand why the ref did deduct a point or at least give a hard warning. This ref was letting McGregor do whatever he wanted. He kept rabbit punching Mayweather the whole fight, and especially in the early rounds. He was just, anytime they got in the clinch, he was straight hammer fisting him in the back of the head. And the ref was just watching. It was real wild. And he was just like warning Mayweather. And I'm just like, what is going on here? But, Mayweather dealt with it. He started protecting the back of his head. McGregor, and another thing McGregor was doing in the early rounds is he kept changing from southpaw to orthodox, from orthodox to southpaw. He was giving weird angles to Mayweather. I think it was causing him a little problems early. Mayweather had to start, everybody knows Floyd Mayweather takes a few rounds to learn what you're doing. He's compiling data and then processing the data to eventually break you down and get you out of there, or just to win the fight. So I felt in this fight, it took him a little longer to figure it out because McGregor is so awkward. He's a bigger fighter too, so he came in at maybe 170, a little over 170, where Mayweather came in, I think, 149, 151, somewhere in there. So McGregor definitely had the size advantage, and it was kind of evident when you saw them in the ring. But McGregor really was trying to work behind the jab. He was letting his hands go, but his punches weren't straight and with conviction. It was kind of looping, almost slapping punches, kind of like what they say Nate or the Diaz brothers do, that Stockton slap type of thing. It was almost like that. It's like he wasn't sitting on his punches. He was winning rounds because he was the aggressor and he was letting his hands go and the points were scoring, but he wasn't landing anything big. He hit Mayweather with a couple of shots, but nothing that would rattle Mayweather or that hurt Mayweather. But I definitely give like the first 4 or 5 rounds to McGregor. Like, I was getting concerned. I don't know if Floyd kind of lost his ability to let his hands go, because as the fighters get older, they know what they can do, but sometimes their body doesn't allow them to do that anymore as far as letting their hands go. They want to, but their body didn't allow them to, so I was definitely concerned, because all Mayweather was doing was in this type of guard and just walking down McGregor, but not really letting his hands go. He'll let a shot go every once in a while, but nowhere near with the repetition he needed to win those early rounds. And then, like we were all thinking, is that MMA's conditioning is different than boxing conditioning. Boxers going 12 rounds is different than MMA going 5 rounds, because that's 25 minutes versus over 30 some minutes in boxing time. So I was kind of waiting for the fade, and I was like, I hope Mayweather can still let his hands go after McGregor starts fading. And McGregor started to fade, I would say 5th or 6th rounds. He started getting real sloppy with his punches. He started doing more rabbit punching. You could literally see it in his face that he was on E. Not on E, but maybe like a quarter tank in the 5th round. And then by the 6th, 7th, and 8th, he was just done. He was just out there. Then all of a sudden, Mayweather started landing combinations. And that right hand that Mayweather has, that little quick, that right hand, it started landing with repetition and vicious. Like Mayweather started putting combinations together, and you could see him start to break McGregor down. Like after the fifth round, when he saw him fade, he started working the body. You know how he goes with that up down like jab thing he does, like butchering the body, then in the head. He started doing that, and he started confusing McGregor, and then he just started breaking him down. And then in the 10th round, he got him out of there. And shame on the ref for not letting McGregor hit the canvas. But I know why that happened. That happened because he still has to keep his image up for UFC, and I'm sure they had that planned out. Once he starts getting rocked and Mayweather's going to get him out of there, just stop the fight. So that way he could save face, per se, because he could say, well, I didn't get knocked down. They stopped the fight too early. I was still okay, blah, 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 so he can maintain face. So that's all that was about. I'm not going to say this was scripted, but you could kind of figure out what was happening as it was going on. Like Mayweather was giving the fans their money's worth. He made them believe in McGregor. Like he's letting his hands go. He might win this. And then all of a sudden, the real Floyd Mayweather appeared round 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And he got McGregor out of here. So, like, Mayweather's 50-0. Hopefully he never fights again. Please, nobody else call him out. He's done. He's clearly not the same fighter he was. You can tell. But he is in my top 5 all-time greatest fighters of all time. Salute to him. And salute to McGregor also for getting in there and being a man of his word, letting his hands go and doing the best that he could. Now to be serious, now I want to see him versus Paulie Malignaggi because neither one of them hit hard. So it would be a good fight. But I just don't think Conor McGregor would have the conditioning to beat a fully equipped Malignaggi. I think Malignaggi could get him out of there, but just not 100% sure. But as a grudge fight, I definitely would like to see that happen. And I'm also waiting to see what the numbers come in for McGregor versus Mayweather. I think they're going to be outrageous. And I think both of them are going to be, this is going to be set them for a very, very long time financially. I think everybody ate off of this fight. Was it bogus to have this fight? Yes. Did it generate all types of interest? Heck yeah. So it was a good money move for both fighters, and I paid for it. I watched it. I enjoyed it, even though I knew it was going to happen. It's still something to see. It was more of a spectacle than a fight, but I still enjoyed myself. Let me know what you guys thought about the fight in the comment section. Do you think that if McGregor had better conditioning, he could have won? Did Mayweather look old and slow? So just let me know in the comment section. So comment, subscribe, hit that like button, share my videos. I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. This is my recap of Mayweather versus McGregor. Gone.